Today I'm going to teach you my dairy-free French toast. First, we're going to start off with the dairy-free buttermilk syrup. To make the syrup, you're going to need So now that we have the pan starting to heat up, we're going to go ahead and add in half a cup of the clarified butter, or aka ghee. And what that is clarified butter or ghee is where the milk solids have been taken out of the butter. So that way there's no lactose or casein in it and it won't burn when you cook. And then we're also going to add in 2 cups of sugar into the melting butter. I typically like to use my own homemade clarified butter or ghee, but for time's sake I used a store-bought one, which is just as good. But in another video I will teach you how to make that. So we're going to go ahead and add in the 2 cups of sugar into the melted ghee. And next we're going to stir that together. You're going to mix it really well. So this recipe was given to me by my sister, and since I am dairy-free, I decided to tweak it and use coconut cream instead of buttermilk. And to also use the ghee or clarified butter instead of normal butter. For those of you who are not dairy-free, you can go ahead and use buttermilk instead of coconut cream. And you can also use regular butter instead of the ghee. But personally to me, the ghee or clarified butter smells so good and has such a good flavor to it. Once we have the ghee and sugar combined really well, we're going to add in the 1 cup of coconut cream. Once it's added, we're going to use a whisk or a spoon to combine the butter sugar mixture with the coconut cream really well. You want the sugar to be completely dissolved into the coconut cream. Next, we're going to add in the blue agave nectar syrup. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of that, and then we'll mix and combine that really well. And then I like to continue to whisk for a little bit just to make sure everything is well dissolved, especially the sugar. And then once everything is combined really well, we're gonna turn up the heat to a medium-high heat and let it come to a boil. And once it's come to a boil, we're gonna turn off the heat and take it off the stove. So we're gonna bring the pot over to the sink because when we add in the baking soda, it's gonna cause a reaction for it to bubble and possibly overflow. And so before that, we're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of the vanilla extract first. Here I'm using vanilla bean paste, but you can use either one. And then we're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of the baking soda. And then using a whisk, we're gonna stir to combine really well. And you're gonna whisk that and stir until all the foaming is gone. You can even use a bigger sauce pot so that way you don't have to worry about it overflowing. By the time all the bubbles have settled, it should look like this. Next, we're gonna make the French toast, and you're gonna need a shallow pan. I like to use a pie pan because it's a good size and depth. And we're gonna add in 1 cup of the coconut cream. And once we whisk all the ingredients together, most of the lumps will come out. Then we'll add in 1 egg. And a trick here is that you want to crack the egg on a flat surface on the countertop, because if you crack an egg on like the side of the pan or mixing bowl, it's gonna cause eggshells to shatter more and to get into your food. And once we've added the egg, we're gonna whisk the egg and the coconut cream together with a fork. And for those of you who are vegan, you can just omit the egg and it will work just the same and come out just as great. Once that's well whisked together, we're going to add in the 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Or vanilla bean paste, whichever you choose to use. And then we're going to add in the 3 tablespoons of sugar. And then we're gonna mix to combine all that really well until the sugar has dissolved and the vanilla has combined. For the Dutch crunch bread, I bought it at Safeway and it comes in a package like this. Next, we're going to cut the bread into really thick slices. This is the thickness that you want. And for one serving, you'll cut 2 thick slices. Next, we're going to heat up a saute pan on medium heat. Once the pan has started to heat up, we're going to add in some of the clarified butter, or aka ghee. Once the butter has completely melted in the pan, we're going to go ahead and take one of our French toast slices and dip it into the coconut cream mixture on both sides. And you want to get it pretty soaked really well. And then we'll go ahead and add it into our buttered pan and let it cook until it's golden brown on both sides. And we're going to use a spatula to help flip the French toast. And I like to press down on the French toast just to make sure that all the cream is getting cooked. And this is about the coloring that you want. And then we'll go ahead and repeat the steps with the second piece of bread. And this is how you want it to look. Once it's all finished, we'll plate it up with our homemade warm dairy-free buttermilk syrup and some homemade coconut whipped cream and fresh raspberries. Take it away, Hannah.
Hi guys, this is my first wedding I've ever done, so I love you guys so much. Give me a huge thumbs up if you love my videos, or if you've never seen them. If you're new, just click that subscribe button, turn on notification, hit that bell,